Yeah, we realized that weather, will be, just something we deal with in the AFC North, and so, the weather's, supposed to be similar in Baltimore than it was to today. So I had to practice through because that's what it's going to be like on game day.
Hi everybody, happy Friday. Welcome to Steelers Live. That is James Conner talking about practice today. The Steelers spent the early portion of the week indoors at the UPMC Rooney Sports Complex, and today they were outside here in Pittsburgh. It is rainy. It is in the mid 40s. Not a lot of sunshine happening. So the Steelers getting ready to head to Baltimore to face the 5-1 Ravens. Let's take a look at the Steelers status report to see who is out and who is questionable for Sunday. Jordan Dangerfield, Chris Wormley, and Yuli Gilbert are all out. That could be a big hurt in terms of the Steelers special teams unit. Also with Devin Bush on IR, Yuli Gilbert not getting a helmet. We will have to keep our eye on that. And questionable Mike Hilton and Derek Watt. Mike Hilton was not practicing on Wednesday. He was limited yesterday and limited again today. He had an interception of Lamar Jackson last year here at Heinz Field. So we'll definitely have to see what happens with him. The Steelers could definitely use his help on defense. Now taking a look at the Ravens status report, courtesy of Bob Labriola. Mark Ingram, their future running back with an ankle, did not practice on Friday. He is listed as doubtful. Jimmy Smith is dealing with an Achilles injury. He practiced for the first time today on a limited basis, so he is questionable. So some other injuries in terms of the Ravens that we will need to keep our eye out on as we get closer and closer to the 1 o'clock kick in Baltimore on Sunday. Now, Coach Tomlin and Coach Harbaugh will be meeting for the 25th time against each other since they both took over as head coaches. But this will actually be the first time the quarterback Ben Roethlisberger and Lamar Jackson will be facing each other as starters. So let's compare them just right now of their 2020 stats so far. Of course, Ben is 38, Jackson is 23. And in their second year in the league for Lamar Jackson, that meant an NFL MVP award. And for Ben Roethlisberger, he won Super Bowl 40. So just looking at their stats, pretty similar as we head into Sunday's matchup. Here is more from Vince Williams, who will be part of the Steelers defense, who will be going against Lamar Jackson and what he feels like is the strength of the Steelers D.
Focused. I think that will be number one. I think that we are a very mature group. I think we have some excellent leaders, and that just kind of carries over into the maturity and just ferocious. I think that this group is just so hungry because we understand that, last year we had a very good group, but, we lost Big Ben. So now that we got him back, we understand we're capable of, and we just want to attack.
Do you guys like being the group? You're leading in so many different categories, and it feels like everybody compares you to other people, to other units. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense. But I can't even, I know this is like, a lot of people feel like this is coach talk or just player talk. We don't pay attention to statistics at all. Like, to us, we just want to win the game, because we just understand that you could play as well as you want to play. You could be an amazing defense. You could do all the things and have all the statistical categories on lock. But if you don't win the game and you're not in the playoffs at the end of the year and you don't have a chance to lift that Lombardi, none of that matters.
All right, I had a chance to talk to Vince Williams about much more. You can catch the full one-on-one with him tonight at 7 p.m. on Steelers.com, the official Steelers mobile app, and also the Steelers YouTube page. Maurkice Pouncey, somebody who knows the Steelers and Ravens rivalry well. All this week on both sides, we've heard a lot of players talking about respecting each other, and today Mike Prisuta asked him if maybe there are some things said whenever the game starts.
I just think whenever you're competing against anyone, obviously there's a certain amount of plays that happen in a game that someone will feel a little bit that you went a little bit too hard, or that you said something that you shouldn't have said, and there's always a little bit of conflict in that way. But you're right, it is a respectful thing. I think the intensity of the whole entire game is the reason why there's such a big rivalry, man. It's always been big plays in it, the low-scoring games. Usually the defenses prevail on both sides, and I think that's what people like seeing. So.
All right, everyone is looking forward to Sunday. Here are some things to look for. A win from the Steelers will move them to 7-0, which is tied for the best start in team history with the Super Bowl winning team in 1978. 38 teams have started this season with a 7-0 record since the 1970 merger. All 38 have made the playoffs. 10 won the Super Bowl, including most recently the 2015 Denver Broncos. 1 sack would extend the Steelers' sack record of at least 1 sack to 64 games. And coming full circle, the Steelers' sack record actually started back on November 6, 2016 in Baltimore. James Harrison taking down Joe Flacco. Another one to look for, if the Steelers score 26 or more points, it would be the longest streak of 7 games in team history. The 2018 Kansas City Chiefs were the last NFL team to score 26 or more points in their first 7 games of a season. So a division matchup. It is going to be hot in the kitchen, as Coach Tomlin likes to say, and a 5-star matchup. We will have complete coverage right here following the game, so make sure you tune in. That's going to do it for this edition of Steelers Live. Thanks for joining me. We'll see everybody on Monday at 4 p.m.